Have you ever met? I'm sure it's not you, but have you ever met someone who's very big on dreaming? Oh, I will do this. I will do that. In the future, I will do this. And it's almost like every single time you meet them, it's always in the future. Looking and searching for a perfect moment can sometimes hold you back. Because I think one of the major things I had was the doubt was, oh, would anyone actually trust me in their journey? Hello, my darlings. Welcome to the Financial Freedom Now Show. How are you doing? Hope you've had a fantastic week so far. And I hope you've been looking forward to this moment where you get to hear my beautiful voice. And we're talking about all things financial, your freedom, and how you can go from where you are currently to where you want to be. Okay, today we're going to be talking about how that journey of getting to where you want to be starts. I'm going to be talking majorly about the power of taking action and starting from where you are now. And specifically talking about this because I know sometimes it can feel a bit daunting when you think of where you want to get to, the heights, and the distance, and how far you are from that journey now, and especially in this world where we have there is a lot of focus on social media and everyone can make their life look so beautiful. So the pressure is on you sometimes thinking, oh, can I really attain it? Am I so far down the line that I can't catch up anymore? So welcome to everyone tuning in for the very first time to this beautiful show. I call it beautiful because we're talking about all things that can beautify your life. So welcome back to everyone that's been coming regularly. And if it's your first time, thank you for stopping by. And I hope you do make this a regular visit. I do request that you take your time to look at the previous episodes and just feel yourself in on the journey. But I am committed to helping you achieve your financial freedom, whatever that might look like. Okay, so today we're talking about how you're going to take action on on that financial freedom journey. Now, the reason why this is very important is because a lot of us think, oh my goodness, I want to do this. We dream. Have you ever met? I'm sure it's not you, but have you ever met someone who's very big on dreaming? Oh, I will do this. I will do that. In the future, I will do this. And it's almost like every single time you meet them, it's always in the future. When you met them, they were 20 and they were talking about what they would do when they're 30. And it's the same things they're saying now they're 30 that they will do when they're 40 because they still not achieved it. Because they haven't taken any action. Now, that might resonate with you because you know that there are a few things that you can take action on, but somehow you have allowed doubt or small failures. I use the word small failures, but not necessarily. There's no such thing as small or big failure. But you've allowed some disappointments in the past stop you from taking certain action. So we're going to be talking about how the power of taking action. I'm going to be using myself as a pure example here because I've lived it. It's been my journey, and I know exactly what it feels like to feel like the task before you is enormous, such that you do not even do anything about it. You're just like, what's the point of starting when it just feels like I'm never going to get there? And especially if you're like me, where patience is a virtue that you're still sort of getting accustomed to, then you would know exactly what I feel like because we want it now. And the generation they want it now and now better than later. But guys, guess what, guys? The journey of 1,000 years starts with one step. Is that I'm not sure if that's the popular saying, but you really need to start on their journey. The life that you desire, all the things that you want to do, it's all about starting somewhere. There is nothing you're going to achieve without taking the small steps. Honestly, have you ever heard of the saying? I say it a lot with my mentees: is start now, get perfect later. I have seen people who have been saying to me, "Oh, Tony, I really want to do what you're doing. I want to become a property developer. So you know what? I'm just gonna," and they get busy with the unnecessary task and they get busy with the fluff and do not take the necessary actions that they need to. And sometimes besides what I'm talking about now, but sometimes when you find yourself in a situation where you find it difficult to take big steps or take certain actions, a lot of times it's because it might be fear, and you'll find yourself looking to do the things that you know that don't really matter, but it makes you feel like you're getting traction, but you're struggling to take that one thing that you know will set you on the path of where you're going to. Don't ever, when you feel those ways, don't ignore that feeling. It's a notion for you to actually face it head on. Let's talk about you starting now. Now, there are sort of people that are literally trying, not edging on waiting around or not scared or anything. They always still think, oh, there is a perfect time. I'm waiting for that perfect moment. I'll know when the time is right. And again, the same thing is when is that time going to be? Um, there is no perfect time for anything. If you look, I mean, look at, I don't know who your role models are, but if you have a chance of listening to their stories or reading their biographies, or even if you can actually have a one-on-one on them, ask them that at what point, what was that perfect moment when they started off what they were doing, and you realize there is no such thing as a perfect moment. You make that moment perfect by doing the things that you're doing, and then everything clicks and it works, and then you think, oh wow, it was a perfect moment. It was meant to be. That was it. It was timely. Am I saying there is no time and place for certain things? Of course there is. However, it's very important that you know that looking and searching for a perfect moment can sometimes hold you back, because until except you know exactly, or there are parameters to actually measuring what it is you're waiting for, likelihood is that that perfect time will never happen, and then you just never take action or never do the things that you desire to do. So I want you, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's a new business you're looking to start, or a new career path you're looking to go into, or a new education you need to invest in yourself, start now. Do the little thing that would actually start get you in motion. Don't wait for the perfect moment to actually start. So I mean, practical steps in actually starting small could be, there is a big goal that you need to get to. What are the smaller goals, the singular goals that you can actually take action now, and start off that would obviously get in motion. As little as you've been telling yourself you want to get a doctorate now, I don't know where that's come from, being not in the educational sector. But if you wanted to get a doctorate and you've been thinking, well, by the time I'm 50, I should have this, and then it's just like a goal every time. How about you take that first step of saying, okay, let me even research in what field, in what discipline would I want to do this, or let me do a bit more research in what school would I like to go to, how much is it going to cost, what's the process, what time, what impact will it have on my timing. Okay, do I then go ahead and enroll? Your single step might be, actually, let me enroll, and then the rest will fall into place. If it's meant to be now, then obviously it would happen, and I can actually put things in motion. And so rather than just thinking, well, if it's going to be, it's going to be, are you waiting for an opportunity where an email is just going to land in your box and saying, oh, you have admission? There is no way it's going to happen except you actually do this. Now, I don't know where that's come from, but a good example can also be, you actually starting a business. Some of you have been loving the idea of becoming a property investor and developer, yet you've taken no step. What about, oh, well, Tony is running a free webinar. Let me jump on and see what it's about. Or let me actually position myself and start up a business. Some people would actually, their small thing would, oh, I'll start up a company. Now, hey, don't follow that process, because I also teach otherwise in my property investment masterminds that I run. So again, what is the small step you need to take? So some of you will be just taking that step just to get you in motion, get you in flow, get you in the move. That's what's very, very key. I do want you to understand the action that you take now builds momentum to that eventual goal that you desire, and it helps build the confidence. So even if you've been in doubt, I remember very clearly, I'll share this story actually. I remember how much for a long time I've been desiring to start up my own academy now, which obviously Icon Academy. If you follow me, you would know which of these people specialize in talking about property masterclasses, property masterminds, property retreats, business retreats, and all of those property tours and all of that. And I remember at early days when I wanted to start off, it had been a desire, it had been a dream to want to do this, but I was like, not quite sure if it was right for me, not sure if I had the following for it, not sure if I knew I had the time. There was just so many doubts, but I knew this was something burden and I needed to do it. And so, I mean, the small step for me, and it sounds silly now looking back, the small step for me, trusting that, because I think one of the major things I had was the doubt was, oh, would anyone actually trust me in their journey? And so the first step I just took was, what, I'll just start. Let me set up. And the first thing I did was set up Zoom. I paid for Zoom, the whatever plan I was on at the time. I paid for Zoom, and I said, okay, you know what? I have actually committed something. I've invested something in this. So now I felt like I was inclined to actually talk to one or two people about it and say, do you want to get training? And guess what? That one small step, and I can't remember, it was really, really little amount that I had to pay at the time, then has gone into fully fledged six-figure business. And it all started from just trusting myself and taking one small step. It was a small step, but it gave me the confidence to say, you know what, you've got it. Called it the name that it was, and guess what? The momentum was built up. Okay, so I paid for the Zoom plan because I was going to run it online. And then so I just thought, okay, well, what's the format going to look like? I wrote that out, and even at that, I had no clients, and I wrote that out, and then somehow the confidence was there to say, actually, this is a good product. Someone is going to buy it. And then obviously, when I was speaking to my potential clients, it was like, oh wow, fantastic! We've been waiting for this, and literally 5 minutes started filling up. So it is taking those steps actually sometimes helps you know that these things are possible, and it's just by simply starting where you are. I don't know what your current situation is, but I know there are steps you can take today, right now, that will set you on that journey and help you build momentum, help you build confidence, help you get to the eventual goal. But not doing anything is not an option. So you know what we do here? We will take action. So I want you to actually um write down, maybe just take a pause after this, write down a few steps that you think and you know you can take, no matter how small they are, no matter how much baby steps they are. It's just entrusting yourself to say, if I can't take the small steps, then surely I can take the bigger steps. And I know you can. I believe in you. My name is Toyin Dari. Until next time, it's the Financial Freedom Now Show. You know what to do best. Help share, like this episode. God bless you.